Hey, Dr. Jared here, and today I wanted to discuss one of my favorite exercises. It's called memory-guided microsaccades. So those are big words for micro means small and saccade means to look. So small eye movements, and memory-guided means that we would obviously use our memory. So one of my favorite tools is a little whiteboard, something like that. And a way that we could maybe demonstrate and use some of these memory-guided microsaccades could be, for example, is if we draw a star pattern, those 5 dots right there. And then of course we would move our eyes in the star pattern. And then from there, the reason why this can be such an effective tool, something so simple like eye movements, is we have to do a few things with the front of our brain. We have to plan where we're going to look, we have to execute, we have to follow it in order, and we have to be able to remember what we're doing to go to the next one. Another way that we could even make it harder would be is then if you draw a pattern to then go backwards. So then that way you have to kind of compute more, a person has to remember more, and they have to execute more. And these are all a lot of frontal lobe or kind of the front of the brain deciding what to do, executing it, starting and finishing a task. So there's a lot of ways that we can do very simple things. And so I like to use these memory-guided microsaccades for maybe if we want to kind of exercise the front of the brain a little bit. 4 to 5 patterns going forward and backward can be really good. And the reason why we want to keep the eye movements small is a lot of people, believe it or not, their eye movements aren't that accurate. If they try to look for something, they might miss. And if it's really hard to look for maybe over here to over here, we can just start smaller and do it a little bit easier. Just like exercise, again, we want to slowly progress so that way we get better and better and we don't run the risk of injury or something like that. So really easy tool to do. You can use a whiteboard, anything, piece of paper, or just stare at a blank wall, and that can help too. So I hope that helps.